Hi guys, my name's Teresa. Welcome to my channel, and today's video is Jurassic TBR. Hey guys, how is it going? Like I said, I'm playing my TBR for the month. I'm really excited. This is of course, one of my favorite videos to do every month. I love it. So, Jurassic TBR, if you guys are unfamiliar with the game, I will go ahead and link above playlists, information, all of the good stuff. Here's just a quick little view of the board. I'm gonna put her away, put her down real fast to be able to talk to you all. So how are you guys doing? It is July. I got some festive nails going on here. I'm really excited for the 4th. I'm gonna be traveling just with my boyfriend. It's gonna be so good. I love the 4th of July. It's one of my favorite holidays. Apologize if you can hear buzzing noises in the background. I have the air conditioning on because it is really stinking hot today, and there's just no way that I can sit and film without the air conditioning. It's unfortunate, but it is true. So I apologize about that noise in the background. I'm actually filming this video a little bit earlier than I normally do because, like I said, I am traveling for the 4th. I don't know exactly where I'm going to be. There's a possibility I'll be in Nebraska. If I'm not in Nebraska, I'll be in Idaho. But yeah, traveling. So I need to get this video up and filmed and out to you guys before that happens so I can make sure to get this on time. Hey guys, I'm editing this video and I forgot to tell you all something. This little man right here is turning 2 years old on the 4th of July. So I went ahead and made him a little wish list if anybody is interested in giving him some birthday treats. Of course, no one is, I'm not asking, I'm just saying that it's there. It's available if anybody wants to treat Mr. Ranger for his birthday or anytime in general. If you guys do decide to get him anything, whether it be for his birthday or just in general, please do check the wish list as he does have food allergies. Ranger is allergic to chicken and beef, so he can have absolutely nothing with chicken and nothing with beef. So please be aware of that if you do buy something that is not on his wish list. I know I personally like to gift people's pets things, so I thought if any of you all wanted to do that as well, you are more than welcome. His wish list is down below. It'll just end up staying in my description box from here on out. So if anytime anybody ever feels like gifting him something, you are more than welcome. What do you say, buddy? So thanks for watching Mom's channel, guys. Appreciate it. All right, guys, back to the video. If you guys want to see me play last month, it'll be linked. And if you want to know if I read all the books, be looking forward to my wrap up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel though, so you know when it's coming, because I don't have a schedule. I just kind of post when I can. July is going to be a really fun month. I'm hoping that this TBR goes good. I'm going to try my best to keep it short. Hopefully it's nice to me this month. It could be very mean. It could be very nice. I don't know, but let's go play and see how my Jurassic TBR goes for the month of July. Hey guys, welcome to Jurassic TBR. I have Ellie Sattler. Dr. Ellie Sattler is going to help us escape. And I have my dice, so I'm going to go ahead and roll and see what roll number 1. Roll number 1 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Black Witch's Thriller. I landed on a black footprint, which means a thriller. So the book that I'm choosing to read for the thriller prompt is Girl in Ice. This is by Erica Frederick. And this was an ARC. This is an ARC copy that I received, and this went on sale January 11th of 2022. I'm just gonna go ahead and read the blurb to you because this sounds super fascinating. Okay. Valerie Chesterfield is a linguist trained in the most esoteric of disciplines, dead languages. Despite Val's successful career, she leads a sheltered life and languages in the shadow of her twin brother Andy, an accomplished climate scientist stationed on a remote island off Greenland's barren coast. But Andy is gone. He willfully ventured unprotected into 50 degree below zero weather. Val is inconsolable. Suicide is the easy conclusion, but she suspects foul play. When Wyatt, Andy's fellow researcher in the Arctic, discovers a scientific impossibility, a young girl frozen in the ice who thaws out alive, speaking a language no one understands, Val is his first call. Will she travel to the frozen north and meet this girl, try to comprehend what she's so passionately attempting to communicate? Under the auspices of helping Wyatt interpret the girl's speech, Val musters every ounce of her courage and journeys to the Arctic to solve the mystery of her brother's death. The moment she steps off the plane, fear threatens to overwhelm her. The landscape is fierce, Wyatt is an enigma, but the girl fascinates her and Val's connection with her is profound. Only something is terribly wrong. The child is dying and the key to saving her life, or the key to saving her, lies in discovering the truth about Wyatt's research. Can his data be trusted? Does it have anything to do with how and why Val's brother died? With time ticking down, Val embarks on an incredible frozen odyssey in a desperate attempt to save the new family she has found in the most unpredictable or unexpected of places. Doesn't that sound really good? So it's definitely thriller, but it's also got like maybe some kind of like sci-fi element to it too. This sounds really good. It's got a lot of really good reviews. We got Ruth Ware, Mary Kabuka, Megan Miranda, all authors that I like and that I read from. So I am so excited to finally get this book read and be able to mark it off my own TBR. Roll number 2. Roll number 2, we have a 9. A big number so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, which is a Jurassic TBR card. So that is Coriathoris, which is read a Christian fiction, but because this has slash marks here in the corner, that means I have to read 2 books for this one. So the next one I landed on, of course, was The Red Footprint, which is Jurassic TBR, and the card I drew, Coriathoris, I can never say that correctly. And this is to read a Christian fiction. I drew biblical fiction for June, and then July I get Christian fiction, so that's kind of fun. And then of course we have our little, you know, if I'll ever focus, our slash marks there, which means I have to read 2 books for this one prompt. I'm gonna go very, very easy on myself this month because I know for a fact that I'm traveling for at least around the 4th. I don't know what else is going on, so I'm like, I need to put light, small books on my TBR. So the 2 books I'm choosing to read for this prompt are Book 2 in the Dream Traveler's Quest, which is The Curse of Shadow Man by Ted Dekker and Kara Dekker, and Book 2 in And They Found Dragons, which is Journey to the Silver Towers by Ted Dekker and Rochelle Dekker. So Ted Dekker co-authored these books with his daughters. We have one daughter and the other daughter, and it looks like they're really about the same. This one is a little bit thicker. This is a follow-up from a book I read in May. Same with this. I'm wanting to continue in the series, and I figure since they're super, super short, they're little middle grade or chapter books. Again, I always am confused on what's considered middle grade and what's considered chapter book, but very, very short little books that I'm very excited to get to. So these will work for the Christian fiction. So Dream Traveler's Quest is more of a fantasy where this young boy who is bullied escapes into the library and finds a mysterious book. When he touches it, he gets sucked into this world, and the world is connected to Ted Dekker's Circle series and his, I don't know like what the universe is called that it exists in, but it's very, very heavily connected with that, and I am very excited to see where the little boy's story goes. I can't remember what his name is. Theo, yeah. What if you could find a way to enter another reality full of wild and life-changing adventures? And what if every time you fell asleep, you woke up in that other reality? So very, very fun. I'm excited to continue the story. And then we have this one, which actually, this one, I like this first book a little bit better than I like this one, but of course I love both stories, so I'm really excited for the dragon one. It is said a child will lead them, but lead them where? So this follows Jack, who is 12 years old, and he is a part of this ark in space that has the last remaining humans in existence. There's like a couple hundred of them or something like that. Yeah, there's 169 of them. There was a global war that pretty much wiped out the entire Earth, and these people escaped. And now they're trying to obviously like rebuild Earth. But due to the nuclear fallout and all that kind of stuff, these dragons arose from the Earth, and they breathe toxic air that only people that are under puberty can survive. So if you've already hit puberty, basically it'll kill you. And so there's these children that are being trained to go down and defeat the dragons so that humanity can return to the Earth, because their supplies are quickly running out. And this is book 2. Book 1 ended on a cliffhanger, so I'm very excited to get to this one. So these are the 2 books I'm reading for the Jurassic TBR, Coria Thoris, read 2 Christian fiction books. Okay, roll number 3. Roll number 3 is a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yellow, that's fantasy. I landed on a yellow footprint, which of course means fantasy. So the book I'm choosing to read for this is the Maester, I can't pronounce this word to save my life. Maester of Decimin City. This book, you guys, is a new release. It just came out I think it just came out this year. Let me check and see. 2023. Yeah, it just came out this year. I'm so excited for this because this is like superheroes and dinosaurs. Superheroes and dinosaurs. This is a sci-fi, and it's about this woman who is like kind of a villain, kind of not a villain. Like she keeps, you know, doing things that she's like a scientist, and she keeps doing things that end up destroying the city, like creating dinosaurs that call her mother. And she has to stop her twin brother, who is definitely a villain, whose name is Last Dance, from taking over the world. If she fails, the real heroes will lock them both up for good. It just sounds so great. Look at these papers. Like, there's dinosaurs in this, and they call her mother, and I can't. I'm so excited for this book. Punching dinosaurs wasn't as satisfying as Rex had hoped. In practice, it was basically animal abuse. So I feel like there's going to be like satire and humor in this. The little tag says, "No one cares that you cured cancer if you also cloned a horde of dinosaurs and let them rampage down the street." So it's just really fun. Like the superheroes basically enlist her to help them stop her brother. But she's got these dinosaurs that she has to take care of. And I can't even. I mean, look at this cover. Is this cover not just so fun? Oh my gosh, it looks so fun. Just a really goofy, wacky sci-fi, and I really like sci-fi. I'm trying to get more into sci-fi. Look at that! Is that not just adorable? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a blast reading this book. I'm so excited. I'm glad it picked fantasy so I can get to this one finally. So from here, I can actually make it out with one roll of the dice. So I have to roll the exact number, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have to roll 11 on here to be able to escape. Otherwise, I go back the number of spaces that I rolled. So if, let's either roll 11 or a small number, please. No more big numbers unless it's 11. And I got 5, which is not 11, so that means I go backwards 5. That's not terrible though. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ooh, owned TBR. We landed on a white footprint, which means I have to read my own TBR. I haven't had this one in a little bit, so I only need one more color, and I've gotten all of the colors on the board, which is always super fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert a clip here of me looking at my own TBR and figuring out which book it is I'm going to be reading for this prompt. Hey guys, so my voice over program wasn't working, so I'm doing this separately. So I have 336 books on my TBR. I'm generating 3 times. I got the number 227, and now I am going to look for 227, and I found it. It's downrange, but I got to double check. 227, yep, that's correct. 227, Downrange by Tyler Moore. So this is the book that I'm going to be reading for my own TBR. That it chose for me, Downrange by Tyler Moore. I am excited for this book. This is one I received last year, I believe, from a Goodreads giveaway. This is book 1 in the Garrett Cole series. This is kind of a Western thriller, like a nowadays Western thriller type of book. So guys, you may not know this about me, but I'm a huge Western fan, not in books, because I've never read Westerns really, but movies. I grew up watching Westerns. My dad loves Westerns. That's like a thing we do. We always watch like old black and white Westerns, as well as like John Wayne and Clint Eastwood and you know, all the good ones. So I was very excited when I won this. I'm excited to finally get to this. This is about a man named Garrett Cole, who is a decorated undercover DEA agent. He's traveled the world, but it's high plains of Texas he calls home. When he's ordered back to Texas on a short mission, Cole is unsettled to discover that he's moving from one kind of war to another. The once peaceful ranching community he loves is under attack by a band of criminals who have infiltrated law enforcement and local businesses and are now terrorizing Cole and his family. Unfortunately for the crew of criminals, Garrett Cole, or terrorizing Cole's own family is what I meant. Garrett Cole, besides being an elite undercover officer for the DEA, is a battle-hardened Green Beret who spent the better part of his career hunting terrorists. Like so many trespassers before them, these murderers will find out the hard way that the only thing tougher than this land is the people who call it home. This is very much a don't mess with Texas type of book. I am really excited though. Like I said, I love Westerns. This one just sounds so fun. And this cover is gorgeous in my opinion. So this will be the book that I end up reading for my own TBR. Roll number 5, I think. And that is 8. Oh, also because I went backwards, now I can just continue to go forward without stopping. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Another Jurassic TBR card. We have Mosquito in Amber. Read a historical fiction. As you guys saw, the next footprint I landed on was a Jurassic TBR card. This is one of my old ones that I haven't updated yet. And the prompt was Mosquito in Amber. Read a historical fiction. So the book that I chose for this prompt is Girl in the Castle. Anyways, this is Girl in the Castle by Santa Montefiore? Montefiore? I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce that name. Is it Santa? It's spelled Santa. I have a feeling it's not pronounced Santa, but is it Santa maybe? This is a book that I'm actually planning on reading as part of my Read Through My Ancestry challenge for Ireland. This is the first book in a trilogy that follows 3 Irish women through the decades of the 20th century. So like the rest of these, I'm just gonna read this to you because it's gonna be way faster than me trying to explain what this book is about. Built on the stunning green hills of West Cork, Ireland, Castle Deverell is Kitty Deverell's beloved home, which has been in her family for generations. Kitty's heart belongs completely to the wild countryside of the Emerald Isle, even though she's Anglo-Irish. And her devotion to her Irish Catholic friends, Bertie Doyle, the daughter of the castle's cook, and Jack O'Leary, the vet's son, is unmatched, even if Jack is always reminding her that she isn't fully Irish. Although they are from different worlds, Jack and Kitty fall in love, knowing their union faces the greatest obstacles. Bertie cherishes her friendship with Kitty, who makes her feel more like an equal than a servant. Yet she can't help dreaming of someday having the wealth and glamour Kitty's station in life affords her. When she discovers a secret that Kitty has been keeping from her, Bertie grows resentful towards the girl in the castle who seems to have it all. When the Irish revolt to overthrow British rule in Southern Ireland, Jack enlists to fight. Refusing to keep her distance, Kitty throws herself into the cause for Irish liberty, running messages and ammunition between the rebels. But as she soon discovers, her alliance to her family and her friends will be tested, and when Castle Deverell comes under attack, the only home and life Kitty has ever known are threatened. What is that time period? I think it's like the... oh my gosh, I can never remember. I'll put it on screen if I can figure out. It's like late 1800s, early 1900s, I think, when Southern Ireland revolted against against British rule and became their own independent country, or like independent part of the country, I guess you could say. So this does sound really interesting. I'm really interested to see the how her being part English actually affects her, because I myself am actually majority English. My ancestry is majority English, but I do have Irish in me, so it'd be interesting to kind of see those two warring inside of her, you know, like she's British but she's Irish and she lives in Ireland. She loves Ireland, it's her home. I'm very excited to see where this goes. Next roll. Oh, 1. I was doing good with big numbers. Now they're punishing me. 1 is Mr. TBR card. We have Pen of the Tail. This is Scoopy Hall's TBR game. I landed on the last of the footprint colors that I needed to be able to get all of them this time, which I always love. I always think it's fun when I hit every single color. That, of course, was a Mr. TBR card, and the prompt was pin the tail, and this is Swoopy Hall. This is her TBR game. Basically, she plays pin the tail on the donkey, but it's pin the tail on the TBR card. So what she does is she has all of her books. She has like a arrow or something, and she has all of her books that she wants to read on her TBR card. She spins the TBR card around, she spins herself around, and then she puts the arrow on there, and whichever one is pointing at is the book she reads. So I'm going to do this just the one time to pick the one book. I am not spinning my cart though, because I have, for one, it has way too many books on it, and it's very full, and it's hard to move. And two, I have some secret project books on the back, and so I only want you to see the front, so I'll just be spinning myself. But I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll insert the clip of me picking the book, and then I'll come back to you all and tell you all about the book that I ended up choosing. Okay, oh goodness. So I have an arrow here. I just have a little sticky on the back, and I poked little holes on the side so I know which way to hold it. So I know that if I'm holding it this way, you know, so the arrow doesn't end up pointing that way or something. Oh. So I hope you guys can see okay. Basically, I'm just going to spin this around a whole bunch so that I have no idea which direction it is facing. Then I'm going to spin myself around a whole bunch. Sorry again if the air conditioning is annoying. It's just, it's way too gosh darn hot. So I'll spin this around so I don't know if it's up or down. I'll spin myself around, and then we'll go. Okay, let me get by the cart. So I'll spin this out of spinning myself. Oh gosh, it's harder than I thought it would be. Okay, go down. Alright, alright. Okay. It's really busy. Okay, whew, here's the cart. Hopefully you guys can see me. I have no idea which way is up, which way is down. Okay, go ahead and pin. There. Okay, it's pointing down. Let me bring the camera in so you guys can see where it's pointing. It's pointing down, and it looks like it's pointing, it's like I think it's pointing to Mind Reader. What do you guys think? Do you think it's pointing to Mind Reader? I think it's pointing to Mind Reader. Oh, I'm gonna not be able to get this out because this cart is stuffed too full of books. Hang on a minute. The hardbacks are hard to get out of these because they don't bend. Okay, here we go. Mind Reader. By David J. Lieberman, PhD. The new science of deciphering what people really think, what they really want, and who they are. That was a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. Like, spinning myself around was like, I don't know, not the easiest thing to do. But I did it, and thankfully I'm really not dizzy. I was a little bit worried. Like, that's why I sat down, because I'm like, if I do this standing, I'm definitely going to fall over. So anyways, you guys saw that the book it picked, or the book I'm pretty sure it picked, because it was a little hard to tell. But that's Mind Reader, and this is by David J. Lieberman, PhD. The new science of deciphering what people really think, what they really want, and who they really are. Whether you're engaged in a casual conversation or a high-stakes negotiation, it's critical to understand the subtext of the situation. With so much interaction happening on screens, via emails, text, and video chat, we are losing the ability to interpret expressions and cues. Furthermore, since so many people are now savvy about the meaning of body language, it's become even harder to discern someone's true thoughts or intentions. A leading lie detector expert who instructs the FBI and other security agencies, noted psychotherapist David Lieberman, PhD, takes people reading to a whole new level. Drawing on the latest research in psycholinguistics, the cues embedded in spoken and written speech, he shows you how to apply his cutting-edge methods to countless everyday situations, including detecting the messages behind passive language, personal or impersonal descriptions, and level of detail, determining whether someone's account of any incident is truth or a work of fiction, finding out whether a potential hire, a dating app match, or a new babysitter is trustworthy or hiding something. Nobody wants to be played a fool. Mind Reader will help us identify who we can trust and who we may be out, and who may be out to get us. Yeah, it just sounds fun and interesting. Just a nice little non-fiction book. I really am trying to read more nonfiction this year. So that's the book that my Pin the Tail picked for me. What are we on? Roll number 7, I think? Oh, look at that. Roll number 7. It's a 7. Hopefully that's focusing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woo! Look at that. I escaped Jurassic TBR. Okay guys, here it is. This is my physical TBR for the month of July. I know I said I wanted to keep it small, and there's definitely some chunky books in here. Specifically The Girl in the Castle, but I do have that on audiobook, and so I can listen to that while I'm traveling, and it won't be that, hopefully I'll be able to get through it pretty quickly. Nonfiction, I got a couple like very quick little middle grades in here, so I am excited to, I think it's a good month. I think it's going to be a good month. I think I got a good list or a good stack of books here for the month. It was a short game, and I feel like my game was nice to me this month because realistically, I only had 6 prompts, so that is like unheard of in this game. So I'm hoping that because I have very little books on my TBR that I will actually be able to get to them this month. That is always the struggle though. It's like, oh, I have so little books on my TBR, and then I end up reading nothing on my TBR. It is, the struggle of being a mood reader is real, you guys. It's very real. So yeah, again, here's all the books. We have Downrange for Own TBR. We have The Curse of the Shadow Man and Journey to the Silver Towers, both for Read a Christian Fiction. Girl in Ice for Thriller. The Meester of Desmond City for Fantasy. The Girl in the Castle for Historical Fiction. And Mind Reader for Pin the Tail. Okay, I'm putting these books down. This is heavy. So let me know, you guys, if you have read any of the books that I've talked about, if you love them, if you hate them, if any of them have been on your radar or maybe now on your radar. I would love to know everything. You know, as always, I'd love to know your thoughts. I want to chat with you all about books, so go ahead and comment down below and let me know all of the things. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more by me. I really hope that July goes good. And again, guys, happy 4th, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!